Hello, hello, dear student. My voice is audible. Please confirm me once. My voice is audible. Please confirm me once. My voice is audible. Once. चलिए शुरू करते हैं. So, dear student, welcome to. Uh, First of all, dear student, very good evening to all of you. So, we are going to see about 21st July all the information, all the current affair related to Odisha specific analysis. We are going to do that. So first one is IEC board mandatory at workplace and institutions. So what is the meaning of IES? Information, education and communication. So whenever you are talking of anything, governance reform, creating awareness, anything. So we generally talk about information, education, and communication. So board, mandatory, workplace, and institution. So what is that? IEC board contain clear instructions such as respecting personal boundaries, maintaining professionalism, and reporting harassment without fear. So because we are seeing so many sexual harassment complaints are seen in the different college. So this is the boundary that everyone need to be respect. Okay. So next. So it caution against inappropriate behavior such as making sexually it caution against making inappropriate behavior such as making sexually suggestive comments and sending offensive message, ignoring complaint, also an offense. So in a bid to streamline the grievances redressal, and the government has further instructed that all internal committee constitution under the act must be registered on the national cbox portal. So what is cbox portal? So it is a portal. So cbox is a portal, anonymous portal, where women can file complaint whenever they are facing any sort of sexual harassment. Okay. So it will help prevent this culture of silence. So what happening currently, women are not complaining whenever they are facing any sexual harassment. They believe that if they complain, then there will be no support, or there will be no, their name will be in published. But now after this C box, so it is a box that is being established in all the government institutions. So there women can file a complaint, and this complaint will go to the internal complaint committee under the post act. So what is the full form of post? Prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. So this can be a very good question mains. So whenever mains it is talking about mains, if they ask question what kind of step in should we take to prevent sexual harassment at workplace. So you can talk about creating more information, education campaign, and we need to create a cbox, we need to implement the post act, we need to establish internal complaint committee. So in a significant move towards strengthening implementation of sexual harassment at workplace, so this act is being passed in 2013 after the Supreme Court guideline on Bisaka. I think Bisaka guideline. So Supreme Court issued Bisaka guideline, and after that it directed the Parliament to make law a prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. So government passed this act. So post act, the Women and Children Development Department has directed all department and institutions to promptly display the information, education and communication board, because so many women, those who are government employees, they don't know that there is a provision that is meant to protect them. So that is the reason. So they fall victim to them. Na? So if there is education, then we can prevent such things. So CM expressed anguish over Balanga incident. So recently there is a one more incident happened in the Puri. So we cannot it is beyond anguish. Your anguish, you should not expect your anguish. Rather we expect strong action. Okay, we need very strong action. Those who involved. Okay, so a day after 15-year-old girl of Bayabara allegedly set ablaze by miscreant in the Balanga area Puri district. So Chief Minister expressed their anguish over the horrific incident in the that remain Telegram. So we don't need your anguish. We need very strong action because in Odisha in last few days we are seeing severe violence against the women. So we don't concern about your anguish or don't make any sort of excuse here. We need very strong action and we need those who are involved in the culprit as well as we need very strong law. Okay, so that there should be a deterrent at least for before thinking about such act. People should think the fear of this like what are the consequences they are going to face. According to the complaint lodged by the victim mother, Gal was allegedly accosted by unknown miscreant who poured petrol and kerosene on her brutal attempt to murder her. So we need to ensure thorough investigation, and anyone whosoever involved in this, we need to set such a high penalty, such a high penalty that it can set a precedent for others. So don't dare to act against the women. So we need to set that precedent. Okay. So next, dear student, how you can get this infographics edition? So currently we are providing in our Telegram, but in long term you'll get it in our application. You can download our application from there. You'll get it, and you can scan this to watch our video. So next is you can also scan this QR code to join our Telegram. There will also you'll get a lot of things. So girl on fire was screamed for help. So witness. So those who person who have saved that girl is talking about how he has helped that girl. So just read it. You'll understand. So next is the Samana Inspect Puri Station. So the Ministry of State for Railway B Samana on Sunday review the ongoing redevelopment work at Puri railway station, which is upgraded to Amrit Bharat station scheme. So in Odisha, it is your homework. You have to study about what are the other railway stations that is being part of the Amrit Bharat station scheme. One is Bhubaneswar, BBSR, and another is Puri. So whether any more railway station that is part of the Amrit Bharat station. So just please comment in the comment box. Let me see how many of you know that. The introduction of the modern trains such as Vande Bharat Express, which is now connecting major part of the Odisha, and in even in Odisha government so implemented 80,000 crore worth of projects. So that means government is implementing flurry of project to ensure development of Odisha. And dear student, those who want to join our mentorship program, you can scan this QR code to join our mentorship. Here you'll get quality guidance. Why? Those who have already given multiple interview, multiple mains, so they will ensure that you'll not face any sort of problem. Otherwise, if you are wasting 3 to 4 years in this preparation, rather you can get a direct and guided so that you can clear in fast attempt. So next is government slam over the OTET leak. So Odisha teacher eligibility test examination has been cancelled on the allegation that question paper has been leaked. So OTT exam, which was scheduled to be held on Sunday in two sitting, was abruptly postponed at the last moment by the Board of Secondary Education. So there are some people who accuse that there might be leak of the paper. So next is celebrating moon. So city RCS inspire young mind. So this you can say 20th July we are celebrating Moon Day because in that day you can say Apollo is 11 mission reach on the moon. So this is being celebrated to promote curiosity, to promote study about international space. So that is a thing. So here you can talk about this studying scientific things, promote you can say rational thinking, scientific temper. So that is what the main objective. So in a welcoming move aimed towards fostering scientific temper among the students, so this can be a good value in your ethics. So in ethics we are talking about scientific temper, rationality. So Regional Science Center observe International Moon Day. So International Moon Day we are celebrating when the day when first person, that is Apollo 11 mission of USA, reach first time on the moon. But the person who have landed on the moon, it is 21st of July, not the 20 July. Okay? So the first human landing on the moon by Apollo 11 mission 1968. So 1969 happened. It is called Apollo 11 mission. So highlighted the significance of they in promoting awareness about the lunar exploration, India achievement in space science, and the need for sustainable research in the moon, because in future we might use moon as a base for exploration of other terrestrial body. Okay? So this is what very much important, and you can study about moon mission. India's moon mission. We have launched Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3, and what are the objective and what are the success failure. So achievement, you have to study all these things. So this is what we need to interlink subject. Okay. So next, dear student, we are providing also weekly current affair of Odisha specific topics, so that no need to move from pillar to post, and our quality of the content we are providing is top notch, because all our those who are preparing, they lot of experience in UPSC and OPSC interview. So you can expect them. So already we have uploaded current affairs, so you can get it. Okay? So special drive to clear urban local body grievances from today. So in a significant move to enhance the citizen-centric urban governance, Housing Urban Development Department has launched special drive to address all pending grievances across urban local bodies in the states. Okay, so we'll focus promptly. So this aim to focus in redressal of the all the grievances of the urban local body. So we'll focus prompt redressal of the complaint received from a citizen through Jan Sunai, centralized public grievances redressal and monitoring systems. This is what called CP Gram. So CP Gram is a centralized portal where all complaint can be received there and will dispose from there. So you can remember, this is an initiative of e-governance na. E-governance initiative, that is called CP Gram. CP Gram, GRAM, CP Gram. Okay. So all municipal commissioner and executive officer of municipality and NAC directed mobilize necessary team and streamline the grievance handling mechanism and ensure that all backlog grievances and address within the periods. Okay. So next important issue is 129 landslide prone zones identified in Gajpati district. So recently government identified all the 129 landslide prone area, so that once we have identified, then we can take all the preventive measures so that we can protect the loss of life property. Na? So no dedicated safety measure yet in the place. So you can see here the nestle between the ancient Mahendragiri hill in the east and Devagiri hill in the north. So you have to map. So you just open the map and mapping this na Mahendragiri and Devgari. So Gajapati district 129 landsprone zone area. So home to many tribal community. District has a long been vulnerable to the landslide, as these hill range are very old and became fragile. Fragile means they are unstable. So in case of rainfall, severe slide, you can say landslide occur. So heavy rainfall often lead to the soil erosion and rock slide in the region due to fragile nature of the hills. So district has a first-hand experience of deadly impact of landslide following the devastation caused by the cyclonic Titli in 2018. So torrential rainfall in hilly uh, terrain frequently endanger lives and property. So this region, so blocks have been identified. Once we have identified this location, then we can take all these preventive measures so that prevent. Na? So if these region are nowadays prone to the landslides, then big question is why this region is prone to the landslide. So ironically, Gajpati district was once held as a model for forest conservation. However, recent year widespread deforestation, rampant practice of shifting cultivation, illegal terrace farming on the slope have made the hill more prone to the collapse. So we can say unsustainable practice like deforestation, a rampant practice of shifting cultivation, terrace. If this is a mountain, what we are doing, slope, like step cultivation we are doing. This is what called terrace farming. So that is also creating this problem. So environmental expert says that human factor are exacerbating risk of landslide. Exacerbating means increase. So human factor are increasing the risk of landslide. So despite the fund worth of crore being spent annually over the forestation scheme, that means we have to plant a tree each and every year more. Unchecked tree falling continue. Environmentalists have stressed the urgent need to enforce ban on the tree falling. They also advocate stronger community awareness, exemplary legal action against timber mafia to deter further damage in area of the district. Okay? So dear student, please everything is good. I think if everything is good, please comment in the comment box, so that I can understand that whether everything is good or not. So FM student pent not validate the crime branch. So after investigating, so there is a different kind of picture that is being emerged in the FM college. So the crime branch of Odisha police, which is investigating the self-immolation death of the college student in Baleshwar Sunday, said that 20-year-old woman has set herself on fire as her complaint sexually harassed was not validated by internal complaint committee of this institution. So uh, the student the student immolated herself in July 12th and died on night of 14th July. Okay. So the triggering national outrage. So crime branch, which which took over the investigation from the Baleswar district, started inquiring into the matter. So they have found that inconsistency between the statement of witness of the internal complaint committee. That means, there is some sort of inconsistency that is being exist. That is what they are talking about. So let's wait for the investigation. Let's not jump the gun. So it is very wrong to jump the gun, but we don't know what happened. So the Pent filed with the NHRC over allegation illegal arrest of Jumbo death case. Dekho, these petty cases are not important for us, but for us more important is NHRC. So you have to study about NHRC. Like, NHRC is established under which act? What are the provision of NHRC? What are the provision of the State Human Rights Commission? What are the provision of National Human Rights Commission? What are the challenges? So all these things you have to study background. Okay. So next, dear student, if you want to join our answer writing program, you can scan this QR code to join our answer writing program. Here you'll get high quality evaluation by those who have already selected and UPSC interview given. So at a very nominal price. So don't miss it. So next is showcasing tribal life homestay push gain in Kandhamal district. So Odisha is having a rich in terms of tribal culture. So that can be tapped to provide homestay experience to the people, those who are living in the urban area. They don't have no rural experience. So that can be win-win for both, because those who are staying, they can take a break and enjoy their life, and those who are in the rural area, that is can be a source of livelihood. So we are finding suitable location in Kandhamal around the Daringbadi that can be set for this kind of homestay. So that is going to help a lot. Okay. So you can just see here the state government has launched new initiative to develop homestay in tribal village of Kandhamal district, aimed to promote eco-cultural tourism and boosting rural livelihood. As part of joint initiative, joint survey by the Integrated Tribal Development Agency. So you need to remember that there is a agency called Integrated Tribal Development Agency. Their main focus is development of tribal area. Okay. So tourism conducted several block in the Daringbadi. Survey team inspected potential location for setting up homestay in backward land in tribal habitat, where local environment and cultural practices could be preserved and show to the visitor. Okay. So next, this is part of the Dharti Aba Janajati Gramin Utkarsh Abhiyan. So this is what recently launched by our Prime Minister, and this is also part of the Bharat Darshan tour. That means we need to promote internal tourism, promote tourist destinations to our farmers. So here immerse expressive of tribal life, including traditional food, dance, music, festival, farming, rituals, craftsmanship, self-help groups. So we need to linkage that. Most of the tourists visit Daringbadi and return on the same day. So that means we are not tapping their potential. If most of the tourists they are visiting here, so we need to tap their potential. We need to ensure that they should stay longer period of time in the Kandhamal district, so that that can give boost to our economy. If we can offer authentic homestay experience inside the village, guests will stay overnight, experience stories, tradition, hospitality of tribal community firsthand. So also enhance the self-reliance of the rural women, because here if ecotourism is managed by women, so that will help in empowerment of our women. So next important news is a road communication between Ganjam district and Daspala of Noyagarh district was disrupted because of the heavy rain. So you can see the image. Dear student, this is all about the 21st July newspaper. So dear student, I am daily providing this newspaper analysis of like all Odisha specific night at around 9 p.m. in the night. So be ready. I'm going to put a message 30 minutes before the live session. So be ready that. So please participate in the live discussion, and please like, comment and share your opinion in this video, so that your like, comment and share really motivate me to provide more content. And if you want to also watch our newspaper of the Hindu newspaper analysis, so it is being live in morning around 8:30 or 9 a.m. So you can watch that. So you'll get both the newspaper analysis of the Hindu and newspaper analysis of all the Odisha specific news. Okay, dear student. So I think I'll have to end our class here. Chaliye.